Welcome, AGS playoff wildcard round. Let's get to it. Couple of games was already played, so let's get into the predictions, recap. First up, over here in the NFC, we had Seahawks and Lions. Seahawks won this one 19-9. Their game kept getting disconnected or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I said when the Lions played yesterday, his game disconnected, cut off on him. But I don't know. I think it's something going on with the Lions game or system because he's definitely been having issues. I played him. The game just like froze on us or cut off on us at the in the middle of the play. Same thing happened with him in Bat, and then now the same thing happened with him in the Seahawks. So I definitely think it's something he should look into. You know what I mean? So this won't continue to happen because all right, cool. My music too loud. Good looking on that. I'm better now. Am I better now? Or am I still? Or is the music still loud? Let me know. Let me know. I'm better now. I'm louder than the music. Or the music is still. All right. Copy. Yeah, so I think the Lions gotta check out, look into his system, man. Whether it's the system or I don't even know what else to say. I don't know if it's the system or his connection, maybe. I don't know. Something going on with him though, because he's the common denominator in every game that he's cut off on. Like I said, it happened to me, BAP, and now Seahawks. And I'm not gonna lie, like when game cuts out, man, it could change everything. Because even if, all right, cool, we know you're gonna finish the game out, right? We know that, but man, momentum is everything, right? And I always tell y'all about this game has built-in momentum. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's maybe what maybe he could try that. Yeah, that's a good suggestion. Maybe you gotta clean it out because man, it's something going on. There's something going on with the Lions game. And look, this happened at a big stage. This happened in the playoffs. It gets no bigger than that. And I always tell y'all, the game cuts out can be a killer because it's a built-in momentum, right? Like it's a built-in momentum in this game, even besides the momentum that they decided to add. Y'all always heard me mention that several times. And it's just like that. That's just what it is. The game has built-in momentum, So if the momentum is on your side and it cuts out, it's like, yo, here we go, restart. So that can be a killer. So yeah, man. Like Lions. That's Lowski. If you listening, try what Carnage said, man. Just try to clean out your system or something, bro. Because those. And I think that because that's happening, man, it can happen to you. That can hurt you. Forget just your opponent. It can also come back to hurt you in a major way. So I think that's something you should look into. But anyway, Seahawks won this one 19-7. Now moving on to the AFC, we had Chiefs and Chargers. Chiefs won this one 38-31. This was Norm. Yeah, for sure. You gotta clean that out. This was Norm against Corlaus. Now, just a little regular season recap. I always tell y'all, here's some of the things that y'all heard me speak of for regular season and playoffs, right? Number one, y'all always hear me say, when you play a team in the playoffs from your division, it's hard especially if you won, right? Especially if you swept them. It's hard to beat the teams 3 times in a row. Y'all always heard me say that. And you always heard me say the regular season has nothing to do with the playoffs. Y'all have heard me say that too. Right? And here's the thing. What I mean by that, the regular season, now I get it. You can do things in the regular season where that can carry over to the playoffs, whether it's confidence or no confidence, right? So we get that. But it's so many different things that I always discuss, no matter what. And I say things like seeding don't matter. It's always about matchups, right? So it's about matchups. Y'all heard me say that too. So now in this situation with Chiefs and Chargers swept the Chiefs in the regular season. For those that wasn't aware, Chargers swept them both times, right? So guess what happened? They played for the third time, and now Chiefs won. So let me ask you, do you think the Chargers would trade in them 2 wins for a playoff win? Of course he would. Because here's the reality. Them 2 losses he gave the Chiefs in regular season meant nothing. It was another game afterwards. Playoffs, you lose 1. There is no tomorrow. It's a long off season, So this is a big win for the Chiefs over a team that swept him because, no matter what, you also had to know the Chiefs knew he got swept by the Chargers coming to this game, and it can waver your confidence. You can be like, we swept by these boys already. We gotta come correct. Right? You could come with that type of swag, or you could come with the, man, I hope we can, with the I hope speech. You know what I'm saying? But I think Chiefs came into this game with a confidence of knowing that y'all can win this game regardless of what happened in the regular season. And, guess what? It just so happens that he did. He won this one 38-31. But look, I always say, man, playoffs, there is no second runner up, right? Even if you make it to the bowl and you lose, you lost. You didn't win the bowl. Now, again, everybody can't win the bowl. There can only be one winner. So, look, man, at the end of the day, you was the number 2 seed. You made it to the playoffs. Yeah, it sucks that you lost in the first round. But, hey, man, sometimes you just got to lick your wounds, just come back stronger next season. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you made it. You didn't get blown out. You know what I'm saying? But, he battled. He just didn't get it done. So, good win for the Chiefs. They move on, and they win by 7 they go on to the divisional round. Now over in the NFC, we got Packers and Rams. This game has not been played yet. You got BJ, number 3 seed, going against the BJ's the number 3 seed. I've seen BJ come a long way. You understand? Y'all seen BJ come a long way. And look, man, notice nobody's screaming out to BJ that BJ be on YouTube, right? Because that's God's favorite line. When you see guys start doing good, people quick to say, yo, he run the YouTube. Now, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes that is the case. Let's not get it twisted. Let's not act like that's never the case. Sometimes that is the case. But I can't recall nobody saying BJ ran to YouTube, And again, the reason why me myself, notice I've never got on the chat and started and screamed at somebody about, yo, bro, you YouTuber and you ran to YouTube. I crack little jokes and post memes and stuff like YouTube scholarship and things like that, right? But the reason why I don't get caught up in that conversation is because, let me tell y'all something that that a lot of people don't mention. There's guys that YouTube that don't win. See, I'm not that dude that's just only going to speak about guys that win and then you start screaming YouTube. No, there are guys that YouTube that don't win. You understand? So don't just say something to the guy that wins. Say something to anybody if you peep it out. But again, I just said this over there at ITT. I just went live at ITT, right? They in the playoffs over there too. And here's what I said. Here's my personal take. I don't think everybody runs to YouTube. I think some people just copy off what they see people doing and what works, what they feel like they can cheese with, So even if, like I said, even if 2 people out of 30 people went to YouTube, right? And the 2 people that went to YouTube is having big time success with it. You got guys that's going to see that, and now they're going to adapt that style, and they're going to run with it. So what you going to say? Oh, you ran the YouTube? Nah, he didn't run the YouTube. We just copying off the person that did run the YouTube. You understand? Because like I say, 85 to 90% in these leagues, everybody play the same. And I also said this in ITT. It's just a Madden thing. It's not even just these leagues. It's other leagues. It's the so-called Madden pros. Everybody pretty much try to do what the new cheese is for whatever the Madden is. You know, it just so happens this Madden, the tight formation is hard to stop. So you're going to get majority of the guys that run that. Not because they ran to YouTube and YouTube said it, because they might have seen guys who did probably go to YouTube. Notice I'm saying probably did. You know what I mean? So I'm saying guys that probably did run and they're exploiting things with it. Now you got guys that's going to see that, and now they're going to try to exploit things with it. And now here you go. Now you got a chain reaction. You know? But yeah, man, I don't get caught up in that type of talk. But again, nobody called BJ out for that. You know what I mean? So with that being said, guess what? That means y'all complimenting BJ, because I'm telling you now, just last Madden, all of y'all know BJ was in the league with all of y'all. Everybody that's in this league was in this league last season, minus maybe like one or two people. BJ was the new Scott. BJ was the dude that you're going to beat by, 20, 30, 40 points. You know what I'm saying? But I always give BJ his props because BJ never came on the chat, accused nobody of tubing, never was complaining, never quit on nobody. Neither. You know what I mean? And then now, look, and then I always told BJ, I said, yo, bro, if you want to get better, just keep playing. You know what I mean? You're going to get better just by default. Yeah, you're going to pick up things that other people doing that you may not was able to figure out or learn on your own. So what? You know what I'm saying? So now look at BJ, number 3 seed NFC. You know, now a lot of people can look and say, oh, the NFC is super trash. All right, cool. That's one way to look at it. Or you could say BJ just improved. So and guess what route I'm gonna take? I'm gonna say BJ improved. I don't care about what the NFC is or isn't. I'm saying BJ game, get off the door. I'm gonna say BJ game improved. So shout out to you, BJ. You know what I mean? Your game came a long way. That's right, bro. You remember, I always said, just keep playing. I said, yo, I guarantee you, I said, the more snaps you get, you're going to get better. I said that several times. And guess what you did? You kept playing. And then now look at you now, the number 3 seed. You understand? Number 3 seed. Now, with that being said, the little things come into play that helped out. Mari, you got to turn that down, man. Don't come in here with that. Or take that out of here. Right? So what happened in the course of this? Well, notice the Vikings didn't make the playoffs, right? At one point in time, the Vikings was 8-3. But the Vikings did it to himself. You know, he did something that he shouldn't have did, and he had to pay for it. Now, the one thing I tend to do is if it's time for me to show discipline, I got to be harder on the commissioners than I am to just the players, because as a commissioner you held to a standard. You know what I mean? Like, you got to lead by example. You can't make certain mistakes and you just can't do certain things. You know what I mean? So the Vikings cost themselves playoffs. I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, that's not to say that BJ still wouldn't have had the number 3 seed, but it definitely changed things around. Look, the number 7 seed is the Lions. So Vikings killed his own dreams by having the mess up that he did. So, listen, man, it happens. But again, shout out to the Packers, man. Number 3 seed. You don't know. I look at that, man, and it just really makes me feel good. And I always say, I always like parity in my leagues, right? You always hear me say that. I love parity. I love for to see guys who's been losing all the time start winning. I like that. I don't want to look up and see the same guys making the playoffs every single year. And the same guys that's missing the playoffs, they missing the playoffs every single year. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? So I aim for guys that's not doing good to help them out to get better. That's what I shoot for. To be honest with you, that's why I came up with the incentive games. Because listen, if you're not making the playoffs, you got nothing to play for. Well, let me try to help you out to give you a reason to A, keep playing, getting your reps, and B, put you in a position that's going to help you out going towards next season. So I always aim for parity. I always aim to help guys out who can use the help. But yeah, man, number 3 seed going against the Rams, number 6 seed DP. This is going to be a tough one for Oh, wow. Okay, BJ, I already talk your ish. My boy, I didn't even know that. But yeah, that just goes to show you, man, your game came a long way, bro. A long way, you know? So shout out to you, man. Just keep doing what you do, straight up. Like, you can only go to the top from here, you know? And what's most impressive, BJ, I'm going to say this, what's most impressive with you is that there are guys that's been playing in this league for a long time and still do not make the playoffs. So, what does that go to tell you? But, nevertheless, listen, man, you only could, worry about yourself. So, keep doing what you do over there, my boy. So, this is going to be a tough game for the Packers over the Rams. I'm not going to lie. Green Bay is the home team. I'm predicting snow in Lambeau. Green Bay, that's just what it is this time of year. But listen, man, I'm going my first upset of the week. I'm going Green Bay over the Rams. I'm going to ride that Packers wave, man. They're the number 3 seed. They hosting the playoff game. I think Packers pull out an upset in this one. I'm going Packers in this one. I'm going to go 21-20. 21-20 Packers over the Rams in the upset of the wild card round. Now moving on to the AFC, we got number 3 seed Colts. That's Gas Nation going against number 6 seed Browns Activists. I really haven't seen Gas Nation play at all. But if I'm going off of memory tells me that he can play. Even going back to last Madden. A lot of y'all don't know who he is because he was in one of my leagues and I think he won the Super Bowl. Then he stopped playing. He just left the league and everything. So he can play. He can play. Brown's gonna have his hands full. Colts is home. I'm gonna go Colts in this one. But I think the Browns had a heck of a season. So I like their chances. So I'm going Colts over the Browns in this one by a score of I'll go 28. I'll go 20. I mean, yeah, it could be, but I'm not gonna lie. Browns a lot of times comes with the RPO stuff, you know what I mean, and read option on them type of things, and that could be a little difficult, you know what I mean. So I'm going to take Colts in this one over the Browns. I'm going to go 28-17. 28-17 Colts over the Browns. Then we drop down to the other AFC matchup, my game against the Broncos. Tough loss for us. Two things I gotta say. First thing is, I don't know what's up with the gameplay. I played in WIT, right? I played in WIT yesterday. I played against Black Star, and after the game, I was like, "Yo, did you feel like the gameplay was kind of weird?" He said, "Yeah, it felt slow." Right, and that's definitely part of what I was feeling, but I also felt like it was like a lag or delay or something. Like I don't know. And then I seen Lions and Seahawks say the same thing. So to me, it's something going on with the gameplay. Now that's not why I lost. You know what I'm saying? I could tell you why I lost. I lost because the Broncos. He called a great game. I'm not gonna lie. He ran the ball way more than I expected him to, and he plays smart. You know what I'm saying? He plays smart. All right, wait a minute. Wait till I finish, all right? I'll come get you in a minute. I'm coming in a few minutes, all right? All right. Broncos play smart. You know what I'm saying? Broncos play smart. He stayed in that tight formation majority of the game. But until like the fourth quarter, we started giving him a little problems with it. But he ran the ball a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I got to give him props to that because that's what the playoffs is about. It's not about can you score 50 points? Can you get a receiver to get 300 yards? Can you get a running back to run for over 100 yards? If them things happen, all right, cool. But bottom line is you got to get the win. Stats don't matter in the playoffs. It's about getting the win. I wouldn't care if I had 10 yards for the whole game if I win. You understand? Stats don't mean nothing. It's about the win. So Broncos, he played a good game. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, there's something going on with the gameplay. And it just feels like a little lag, even when you're trying to move. Like, I remember controlling my safety a few times, and it just didn't move right. It moves kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I'm gonna see if other guys speak out about it and mention it. But I know the Packers and Seahawks said the same thing. But yeah, man, there's something going on with this gameplay, you know. But this was a good win for the Broncos over my Jets. Look, I like the direction we going. We definitely need some work over there. We need linebackers, and he exploited that. The running game was eating us up. You know what I mean? He ran the ball. He ran the ball better than he passed. You know what I'm saying? He ran the ball a lot. So I got to give him his props on that. He played good, called a smart game. And it was a good game, too. You know, it was a good game. It was a defensive game. You know, a couple of big plays here and there on both sides of the ball. And Broncos won this one on the road, 23-17. And he got the job done. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we knew it was going to be a tough game. You know what I'm saying? We knew it, but we just couldn't get it done. But we need some linebackers, you know. He played smart, you know. If you playing against an opponent, he probably didn't even look and seen that I had trash linebackers. He just probably kept running the ball and realizing that it's working. So why switch it up? You know what I'm saying? But man, linebackers got exposed that game. But we'll be back next season. We got some picks. We got multiple draft picks, so we gotta add to that team. But Broncos move on. Good win for Denver. Then we had Cowboys and Falcons. Cowboys won this one 31-21 over the Falcons. That was Dre against C. Bailey. Didn't even know C. Bailey even made the playoffs. And on top of that, he won his division. Who's in his division with? It's him, Saints, Bucks, and I can't even think who the other team is right now. Oh, Saints, Bucks, Falcons. Who's the other team? Can't think of it. But anyway, the Falcons won that division. I didn't see that coming, but he loses by 10 to the Cowboys. Cowboys move on to the next round, and the Cowboys will face if the Rams win, the Eagles. The Eagles move on to the next round. He got the bye. So if the Rams win, the Eagles will play the Rams, and the Seahawks will play the winner out of my bad. The Seahawks will play the Cowboys. You know, unless Eagles will play the Rams if the Rams win. And if the Packers win, then the Eagles will play the Cowboys. You know, so yeah, man, we on to the next round. You know, we on to the next round. We got 2 games left. Colts and Browns and Packers and Rams. All right, so you know, hopefully these guys knock this out today. You know, we move on to the next round. You know, but you know, interesting matchup setting up for the second round. You know, interesting matchup setting up for the second round. Yeah, interesting matchup. So yeah, you know, that was the recap and the prediction what was left for the playoffs wild card round. And you know, we getting up for the rest of these playoffs. We getting up for off season 2. I got 2 leagues in the playoffs right now, AGS and ITT. So it's gonna be interesting though, because they both in the playoffs, and you know, I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to do the draft and et cetera, et cetera. But it all depends on when it finishes. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on when it finishes, when we finish out. I'm going to get ready to go ahead and upload. I should have did that at ITT before I logged off, but I'm going to do it after I do this. I'm going to go ahead and upload these drafts, you know, to get these custom drafts going. And, you know, we're just going to go from there. Now, I think in one of these leagues, I'm just going to leave it generic. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm going to leave one of these leagues generic out of AGS and ITT. Or I'll probably just go custom. You know, I'll probably just go custom. Guys like the custom. I like the custom too. So, yeah, I'm gonna upload these draft class in AGS and ITT. you know, so guys can start looking at the scouting and all of that, the combine, you know, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, man, we waiting for these last 2 games, then we off to the next round. I don't know if there's any games set yet. I haven't been in the chat, but I'll check the chat out and I'll go from there. But I'll see y'all in the next round, and I'm out.